Hello and welcome. Today we're at Legoland Windsor and we're about to take a look around a very busy Mythica. So this by far is my favourite section of Legoland Windsor. I love all the colours that they've used and I just think it's a fantastic use of space. The rides themselves are also very good, but it's just one of those things where they seem to have got it basically nailed, and the Flight of the Lion Sky probably is one of the best rides within Windsor. Parallel to, say, if you are into your roller coasters, and obviously just have to be the Dragon. But this, I think personally, with how they've done that ride and how they've done the queue line and everything else, Flight of the Lion Sky, I would say is currently the best ride at Legoland Windsor as well. And I think this theming and this section is probably the best that they've got at Legoland Windsor. So hopefully when they do more land refurbs and they chop and change some different bits and pieces, this is the blueprint to what they then carry on with. What I would say that they are missing one or two benches because there's nowhere for anybody to sit down around by the rides, and again it seems to be a Windsor thing, there's not that much shelter, so when it is very hot, it's one of those things that you are going to be a little bit hot and sweaty. Now this land opened up in 2021. The Magical Forest, which is the brand new edition, opened up in 2022. Now that ride is that walkthrough attraction is already uploaded as a separate point of view video with the voiceover and everything else, but what I will do is I will re-add on the exact same video to the end of this, but I will just keep the volume turned up rather than turning the volume down, and I will not put a voice over it whatsoever. So Hydra's Challenge, now this has been rethemed from the Squid Races. So this used to be bright yellow, the ride's exactly the same, the space is exactly the same. The difference, all the theming, it was yellow, and all of the models and everything have obviously completely changed. You can see Hydra's now called Hydra's Challenge, and you saw the three-headed green Hydra just to the left there. The models are fantastic. They've come up with really weird and wonderful creations, so when you do go on the big lion ride, they're all in there and you can see why they are the main characters within this land. And the Magical Forest, which is just down that way there, so we've got Beastly Bites just here, which was not open at this point. I'm not too sure if it was open in the morning, but it is getting later on into the afternoon, so that is just a little donut bit. That is the little new cut through for the walkthrough, so that's your Magical Forest. Smooth change there, put a new battery in, and then we carry on and we just keep going back up the other side of Mythica, so we can now start soaking in all the other models. Now if you have been here before, please do let me know in the comments below. Now I know that a lot of you do not have this at all in any of your Lego parks whatsoever. There is no relation to it apart from maybe the 4D cinema. We were supposed to get the Lego Movie 2 World, and then that all changed, chopped, and now we've got this instead. Now would you prefer this instead of a Lego Movie World? Please let me know in the comments below what you think, because the rides and everything are basically the same, it's just the theming is completely different. So we have the big lion ride, you've got the Emmett, we've got the Fire and Ice, where you have the Unikitty Tower Drop. Big models that they've added in again last year, so it's all fresh, vibrant and new. Hopefully they start adding in more model-based stuff around the park in different sections. I did say in the Mythica walkthrough video that I would really like them to add in more walkthrough attractions as well. So it's just a nice place to sort of get away and have a look at all the models. I know you've got the massive mini land, but it's just quite nice to get away from the park for 10 minutes, grab a drink, just walk through, soak it all in, and then you can join the hustle and bustle again of the park. But again, how they've utilised the space and what they've done here, I personally think is absolutely fantastic. I think a lot of other people do think it is very good as well. But this big ride that you can see with the big blue wall that we will get to is the best ride in the park. And then we'll just carry on walking past what is Hydra's Challenge to the left hand side, and that is actually the exit queue line coming down. Now this bit at the front where it's blocked off, I would like to think that they might end up putting some benches there, or putting some shelter there, or even a little shop where you can actually buy the models for Mythica themselves, because it doesn't have any of that down here. And they have just released a new Legoland exclusive Mythica set, but I would say, a bit like how they got Ninjago and they've got the little shop, it would be quite a good thing to do where they could just put a load of these creatures in. I think a lot of people would like to buy them, but the only problem is, like I said at the start, no other parks will have this theme yet, so they've got to try and get that rolled out across all the other Legolands. Maybe once that starts to happen, they might start releasing some more of these sets, because the second you do this big lion ride, you will see what I mean with regards to why people want to start buying the sets, because they have just nailed this absolutely spot on with regards to queue line and the actual ride itself. So if you've done that ride, let me know if that is your favorite ride in the park. If not, where do you rank it in your top 3, or do you even rank it in your top 3? And again, I think the other thing I like about this section is it's really spacious. They've actually made everything a lot wider than what they have done in a lot of the other areas. So like the pirate area is a lot tighter than this, and then again Ninjago's a lot tighter, where you've got massive amount of space and path just to walk around. So if they do add in another area where they would put that, I would imagine it would only be able to go up where the Team Extreme slides were, but I would guess potentially that will end up actually being either an add-on to the Imagination Centre or the Duplo section, because that ride now has all the fascia and everything ripped off. So that is now long gone, which was the slide races, but originally it used to be called Team Extreme, and it's just not been used for so long. I would imagine that'll get ripped out. Now the creature encounter, that is where you have the characters with a member of staff, and they do a little bit of sort of like a show and tell for the little ones. And then we have a build bay, which again, I hope they start adding in more and more of these, where you can go into this bit just here to the left hand side. They've got a really nice back wall, so that's what we're going to be having a look at now, with all the models and everything on there. And then you can go in and just build to your heart's content if you want to, and do whatever it is you want to do. But they do give you little ideas where you can build your own creatures. But they have this bit on the back wall, which I think is just really nice to sort of stop and soak it all in. And then obviously the little ones were building up the models, and then they were adding it on to the back wall as well. It's very similar design to how everybody's got it at Legoland Billund by the haunted house. We don't have anything like that by our haunted house. It's been put here instead, so I think it's quite nice that they sort of have the same ideas with a completely different type of theming dotted around the different Legoland parks, so it'll make you want to go to those different parks. But I still think it'd be very interesting how they're going to try and sort of roll out the Mythica theme, and how they're going to sort of try and start to push it, because like I said, they've already made that exclusive Legoland set. But if you aren't from the UK and you have seen that set, I would suggest picking that one up, because I would imagine over a period of time they will start releasing more and more as the theme starts to snowball across all the other Legolands. But talking of time, I am starting to run out of it, so guys, if you can like, subscribe and all that good stuff, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to leave you now with this absolutely amazing Lego model, and then what I will do is, like I said, I'm going to add on the brand new for 2022 Magical Forest, and it's just going to be as I recorded it, with all the sound effects, animatronics and everything like that, noise wise and yada yada. So in the comments below, let me know what you think of this land, and then let me know what you think of the Magical Forest as well, guys. But as always, thanks very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll have to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.